Hello everyone, this is Rick Durden reporting for AvWeb from Sun and Fun 2014 in Lakeland, Florida. I'm standing in front of a true classic from the 1930s, a Lockheed 12A. It was bought and restored by Joe Shepard, a retired airline captain. He's going to tell you a little bit about this airplane and the restoration that he went through over many years.
Yeah, you're standing in front of a 1936 Lockheed 12A Electra Junior. Started building the Lockheed 12 in 1936. And they built it through 1941. Built 130 airplanes. It's powered by two Pratt & Whitney R985s, producing 450 horsepower each. Typically, they have 200 gallons of fuel on board. Cruise right at 200 miles an hour. Hold a total of 8 people. Basically, the difference between the Lockheed and the Beech, the Lockheed was manufactured before the Beech, and I think the first Beech came in 1937. And they built 130 Lockheeds, and I'm not sure how many Beechcrafts, but I think it's upwards of 10,000. Well, a friend of mine had one back in the 80s. I flew it for him some and really fell in love with the way the Lockheed handled in the air and on the ground. One showed up in Trade-A-Plane for sale in 1988. The owner was advertising that he encouraged a trade on a Cessna 195. I had one at the time, flew out to Brenham, Texas, and looked the Lockheed over, and we ended up pretty much trading even for this Lockheed that had been sitting there almost 9 years. We flew to Brenham, walked up to the Lockheed, and it was a little worse than I had imagined. It had been sitting outside the entire time. The tail wheel was in the dirt, and it had buried itself in the dirt, so it was almost sitting on the tail cone. But the airplane was complete. The engines had been run, and we cranked the engines up, and they did a nice run up. We looked the airplane over and ended up making the deal with the gentleman, and we swapped even pretty much for that 195 for this Lockheed. Well, basically it took about 17 years. We got it home and ferried it home after working on it out there about 3 months total, in and out, back and forth to Texas. Got it home, started taking a real good look at it, pulled the wings off of it, and made the decision to pretty much disassemble the aircraft and completely restore it, which it was in bad need of. Meaning virtually every nut, bolt, pulley, cable, engine sent out for overhaul, engine mounts, cowling work done, new baffles, gear removed, rebushed, complete 20,000 man-hour revival. Any competent tail wheel pilot that's flown, having some multi-engine tail wheel time is valuable, but the Lockheed is very straightforward, flies very nice, no nasty bad habits. I would say it's a little friendlier to fly and operate than the Beech 18. Well, that's a wonderful part about the Lockheed. There are no ADs. There's never been an AD on their Lockheed airframe.